60 men from Tier 1 teams were sent to face down a force of 500 enemy fighters. Their objective? To force the enemy back from a civilian hospital and keep its occupants alive. For 3 days, they held their ground. But the enemy's numbers were too great. The 60 were cut down to 15. They wouldn't last another night, and the enemy knew it. Under the cover of darkness, they evacuated the hospital, sending only one of their own to lead the way. The rest returned to the line and took up positions beneath the bodies of their fallen brothers. As they lay in wait, the blood from the dead poured over them. The sand stuck to their skin like a shroud, changing them, anointing them. When the enemy drew near, the remaining 14 rose out of the desert sand. They were like hunters that couldn't be seen, using stealth their enemies couldn't defend against. When the men ran dry of ammunition, they used their blades. And when the blades ran dull, they used their hands. When the dust and sand had settled, only one of the enemy had survived. He was picked up in the desert, wandering aimlessly, traumatized. He expressed warnings to others of a force so menacing and unbeatable, it could only be described as supernatural. He called them ghosts.
Hello once again, players of good video games. My name is Nick Pell, and this is my review of Call of Duty Ghosts. I realize that this review is very, very late, but I just recently got my hands on it. I wasn't really planning to ever do a review on it, but I figured since I got my hands on it, it's the newest one, why not do a review for it? So, that's what this is. Also, if you are expecting me to talk in detail about the multiplayer aspect of it, I talk about that for about a minute because multiplayer is really not my thing. I don't really like it terribly much in any game, so I played it for a little bit so that I could talk about the content itself, but that's about it. So yeah, just know that going in, I mainly focused on the campaign because that's what I give two shits about. So getting to the campaign mainly focuses on two brothers, Logan and Hesh, and very quickly into the campaign, within I think the first mission, their city gets attacked by the Federation, which is a alliance in South America, I believe, and that's what the enemy is. Now, it's not the Russians, it's not the Middle Eastern people of some sort, it is the South Americans, because I think they ran out of unique options or something. But that is the main enemy in this game, and eventually these two brothers, they join the military. They are the main soldiers apparently in this fight against the Federation because they do all the significant things which take down the Federation. So there is that. The graphics in and of themselves are actually pretty good. I've never really paid terribly close attention to graphics in Call of Duty. They all kind of look more or less the same to me. But I mean, the graphics were nice. There wasn't anything CGI or anything, but during the cutscenes they did look pretty good, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Gameplay-wise, it's more the same of what you've come to expect from a Call of Duty game. You shoot enemies as you progress through a mission. It's honestly really simple. The AI has gotten a lot better from what I've noticed. I haven't really touched Black Ops 2 at all, so I missed one of the games, I guess. The AI is pretty good. I like that you don't automatically have to fail the mission, or at least restart from the checkpoint, when you accidentally shoot one of your own guys. That's really nice. So if there's an enemy actually within your range and you accidentally shoot one of your own guys, they don't penalize you for it, which is really nice, because I did that a few times. Also, it's really unique that you get to go and do a mission in space, and do a mission under the water, and do one as a helicopter, and do one as a tank, and it actually gives you a lot more variety than just being one soldier on the ground taking out a whole army of soldiers really unrealistically. You get to do all these different aspects, and it actually comes together fairly well. But in the end, it is a Call of Duty game. You know more or less what to expect from this title, and I am excited to see what they do with the series next, because the ending to the campaign does set up a sequel very easily, and so I think it could be really well done if they do decide to do a sequel, because I enjoy sequels. I played through the whole Modern Warfare trilogy, and I enjoyed it, so I think that they have potential to make something really good. Just focusing on the brother connection and bond and that type of stuff. In terms of multiplayer, this is the footage that you see, and you can see here why I don't play multiplayer. Does it make sense now why I don't play multiplayer? Multiplayer, from what I could tell, was more or less the same with what they've been doing. There's a perk system. You basically go around and shoot guys that are your enemies in a single map with no solid goal or objective besides that. There's many different types of games that you can do, from, I'm assuming, Capture the Flag, Team Deathmatch, and Free-For-All, just to name a few that I know are in every single shooter in existence. There's also a new Aliens mode, which apparently they needed to keep their title fresh because zombies made such a huge impact and kind of boosted the Black Ops games very much so. From the one round that I played of it, essentially it seems like you go through an alien infested compound, you use a drill to take out alien things, and you have to fight them off by the waves once you get to a certain one. I had a pistol for the extent of it, and I didn't know how to switch a weapon, if I could even do that in the first round, so I died fairly quickly. But I think it could be interesting. I don't know how far you have to go to even win it. It seems like you can win it, because it seems like there's an objective that you're trying to do. But, yeah, I don't know. It was okay. That's Call of Duty Ghosts. That was my thoughts on it. Overall, I enjoyed the campaign. I felt like something new, and I was actually fairly interested in the story and seeing what was going to happen and how they were going to take out Rourke and what was going to happen with the Federation. A lot of the things that they did made sense and were realistic in terms of how you would take out these people, in terms of crippling what they were doing and whatnot. So, I mean, I enjoyed that aspect of it, but like I said, again, it's a Call of Duty game, so you know more or less how this is going to play out. I am excited for a sequel if they do one. I'm assuming they will do one, and I might actually play it, but probably not if it comes out in 2016, because I won't really care and I'll be low on money at that point. That's my review of Call of Duty Ghosts. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. Make sure to go buy my short story called The Bridge down in the description down there. There'll be a link. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on gaming.